So yesterday we discussed theoretically MM and FI integration process. So nothing but this is P2P cycle. P2P cycle means procure to payment cycle. Okay. So similarly, the SD integration. SD integration nothing but it is O2C cycle, order to cash. So I will mention. Procure to payment cycle. So shortcut we are going to call it as it is P2P cycle. Okay, end-to-end P2P cycle. So today we'll see how to run the SAP application. So if you want to do any transactional activity, business activities, first we need to create the ledger accounts. So any module, it can be FI, it can be controlling, it can be MM, it can be SD, each and every module. First we have to create the ledger accounts. Okay, so even HR module also, what they are going to do? So they are going to create the employee master. Okay, so in that employee master, they are going to specify the employee joining date, okay, and other key information, what is his basic salary, what is the HRA, what is the other allowances, what is the deductions. All this information they are going to maintain the database. In this database, it is going to help to month ending when they are going to run the payroll. Okay, like every module, so the first step is end user business activities, master data creation or ledger creation. Okay, general terminology, accounting terminology, we can call it as a ledger account. In SAP, we are going to call it as it is master data. Why we are calling master data means here there are so much key data we are going to store. Means we are going to maintain one database for that. Okay, each account we are going to maintain the database. I think I shown one master data, vendor master. Anyway, now I will show how to create one new vendor. Okay, how we are going to specify the all key information in the master data, then that information how it is going to help we'll see. Okay, step one is create ledger account. So nothing but material code. We are going to create the one ledger account for material code. Okay, if you want I will create two materials, or else I will create one material. So or else we'll do one thing, we'll see the one end-to-end flow first. One material I will create one vendor, then we'll start the purchase order creation, all those things. We'll run the end-to-end cycle. Then I will come back to second cycle. Okay, some more discussion and how to do the order for the multiple materials. Okay, so easily we can understand. If you go with multiple materials or something, it is complexity. Okay, first cycle itself. First one cycle will run end-to-end with one material. Then I will come back second order with multiple material. First activity is we have to create the material code. So for each activity in SAP, we have the option T code. To create material master, T code is MM01. So this is the transaction code. We'll create the material master. Like Tally, we have shortcut keys. And even not only Tally, every software, they are going to use some shortcut keys. Suppose we are in Excel, MS Office. So here also we have the shortcut keys, right? What are the shortcut keys is there in Excel?
Yes, sir.
We have so many shortcut keys in MS Office, right? Excel we have, Word we have, okay, PPT we have. So here something if I want to copy, okay, what is the shortcut? Control C. If I want to cut, okay, Control X. Okay, if you want to paste somewhere, Control V. Okay, and if you want to delete, Control Delete. Okay, and if you want to save the data, Control S. So like that, there are so many shortcut keys in MS Office also. Okay, and if you know the shortcut keys, okay, fine. Easily, what is the advantage of shortcut keys?
To save times.
It will save time, right? But how many shortcut keys we can remember in Excel? There are so many, right? But how many we can remember maximum? 10, 20, 50 or 100, right? So we can able to remember few shortcut keys. We cannot remember all. So whatever shortcut keys we are using regular basis, it is easy to remember. Okay. And suppose you forgot something, you or you don't know the what is the shortcut key for some of the activity. What we can do? Now I'm in Excel. I don't know how to save the data. Example, what I can do?
Regular procedure. You will use regular procedure.
What is that regular procedure?
Go to menu.
And save. Select
So
save.
if you go to menu options, we have options like if you want to open any new folder or you want to save this document Excel, or you want to save with a different name. Okay, we have the save as. Okay, and if you want to take any print, prepare, send email, close. Okay, and also if you go to another options like insert to tables, pivot, any symbols if you want to add, page layout design, margins. Okay, in menu bar we have the options. Okay, we can go to that menu bar. See here also we have the options like cut, copy, format, paste. Okay, and do bold. Okay, highlight the cells, coloring. Okay, some alignment, space alignment, right side, left side, up to march. Like that, there are so many options, and here we have the auto sum, totals. Okay, and if you observe each and every option, okay, it is very difficult to remember all shortcut keys. Okay, then we'll go to menu options. If you go to menu options, we can see the clear naming conversion. What is save option? What is save as option? And also, if you observe here, when you keep the cursor in the save, it is populating one message. What is that?
Control plus S.
Control plus S means for this activity, save. Okay, what is the shortcut key? Okay, if you go to control save as, it is populating. Okay, F12. Okay, if you want to take the printout, it is showing control plus P. Okay, like we have the option, we can learn the what is the shortcut key. Day to day, whenever you are going to use that, okay. So if you have something new options, you are going to find some people they are more active on the shortcut keys, but some people, okay, whatever regular they are using those keys they can remember. Rest of all those things, whenever they need, they will go to option. Okay, they will search. Okay. Similarly, in SAP also, this is the shortcut codes. If you want to perform any activity, suppose I want to create the material code. Okay, the shortcut option is T code. Okay, and just now I told it is very difficult to remember T codes, shortcut keys. Even Excel also, MS Office also, we can remember few shortcut keys, whatever we are using regularly. Okay. In SAP also, it is very difficult to remember all the shortcut codes. So what SAP is given, SAP also is given the menu path option. See here, once you log into SAP system, we have the options. Okay. So here clearly they given the path options, menu path options, or we can say navigation path or navigation tree. Module wise they given. This is all related to logistics module. And this is related to our finance accounting. And similarly, HR is there. And also similarly, some month-ending activities, information system. Okay, list of month-ending activities they have separate. And some technical things we have these tools. And also, we can create to some our favorite folders. Okay, if you see your mobile application also, there are so many apps. Okay, some list of apps we can group it, right? Suppose some Google related apps I want to do the one grouping like Gmail, okay, Google, YouTube, okay, Google Drive. Like this four, five apps I want to keep into one folder. We have the option in your mobile also some grouping the folders, right? Oh, like some payment to apps, Phone Pay, Google Pay, okay, and this is APTM, like this kind of apps we can keep into one folder. This kind of options we are seeing in your personal mobile also. Similarly, here also we can create some folders, favorites. Okay, here we can specify like month-ending activities. Okay, again month-ending activities we can specify AP month-ending activities, CR month-ending activities, GL month-ending activities, asset month-ending activities. Okay, some key activities what we are going to perform. So when you go to this folder, we come to know, okay, this is the key activities I need to perform month-ending. Sometimes we can forget, right? So like that also, we can create the folders here, favorite folders. And if we go by this menu path, so now we are going to create the material code. So material code is part of logistics module. Okay, this SD, okay, production planning, QM, okay, this all comes under logistics module. Okay, and initially first class we discussed, right, what are the SAP submodules. Okay, so I mentioned this is MM means material management, SD means sales and distribution, PP means production planning, Q means quality management. Like another modules is there like PM, plant maintenance. Okay, this all comes under logistics module. Okay, means logistics means all it is related to stocks, inventories, how we are going to buy the inventory, how we are going to use that stock materials for the production process, how we'll get the finished goods, how to test the quality, and how we are going to deliver to customer. All inventory related activities. Okay, comes under logistics. Okay, your warehouse management, godowns, this all comes under logistics module. And other module is accounting modules. So under accounting, we can see our FI, finance, our core module is accounting module. So under that also, see here we have the arrow. We can expand this arrow. We can able to see the under accounting. There are so many other related submodules. This is our core module is FI, financial accounting. And another core module is submodule is controlling. So little bit I explained yesterday controlling concept. We'll go little discussion later. And also this is the one of the advanced functionality of your accounting. Means this is basic modules. Okay. And above that, this is going to help for some kind of management modules. Suppose here accounting, we are going to discuss one of the submodules bank accounting, bank management. So here I have 5 banks or 10 banks. So regular basis operations purpose, I'm going to use some of the banks for everyday basis payment purpose, receipt purpose, and I'm going to perform the PRS, all those things. Okay, and I can able to see the each bank wise what is the GL account. Okay, but next level is FSCM, means for financial supply management. So in this module, I'm going to perform the one payment activity. So AP process I explained, right? Automatic payment. Okay. Some companies they are going to use some advanced modules. So we are going to run the payment entry in our SAP system in FI model. Then this payment to it will goes for the approval, manager's approval. Okay. And also management want to see the what is the status of your PRS, whether it is performed or not. If it is one or two banks, manually we can go to check. If I have 100 banks across the global, some background noise is coming. Someone, can you put in mute? Okay. So if you see global companies, they have across the global operations, they have 100 banks, 200 banks also. Okay. So as a management, if I want to see the what are the banks pending for the BRS, just high level I want to see. And also I want to see the all together banks, what is my bank balance. Okay. Some high level report kind of options is there, approval process. Okay. Here I created one bank account. Okay. So whether this bank details is correct or not. So some your management want to verify. So then we can go for the dual approval mechanism. Okay, this kind of some advanced functionalities we have in FSM, but this is not our part of a course. Okay, I will give some features. What are the features is there in this FSM model? Our core model is financial accounting and also CO. Okay, and also if you see some projects, it is more important real estate management. Okay, it is specific to industry module, real estate, not for all industries. If you see Bangalore, generally general terminology, we are going to call it as a real estate model. Other terminology, construction companies, right? So we are going to hear the word construction companies, but technically we can call it as it is real estate model in SAP. So if you see so many IT parks is there. So IT parks, so many companies, they are going to take the building for the rent, right? So if you take Eco Space, Eco World, and Manyata, Electron City, there are so many IT parks is there. So this IT park properties belongs to some ABC company or XYZ company. Okay, in this IT park, so hundreds of companies they are going to take the building for the rent. And for ABC company, what is the income? ABC company, assume that EcoSpace belongs to some ABC company. They given this building, this IT park for 100 companies to rent. So what is their income, main income for ABC company?
Lease amount and rent amount.
Rent. Lease and rent. So monthly basis, they are going to perform the rent invoices. Here, not a sales invoice. They are not going to sell the building. What they given? They will given the building for the rent. For that building, they will create one cycle. They have 5 years or 10 years agreement. In that agreement, they clearly mentioned how many square feet. What is the rate for each square feet? Like our previous topic, we discussed asset accounting. Okay, what is the asset purchase value? What is the depreciation rates? So we are going to specify month ending. We will go and run the one depreciation activity. Even 100 assets, 1000 assets, 1 lakh assets, system is going to perform the depreciation entries. Similarly, here also, when I go to month ending, okay, I given so many buildings for the rent different companies. Okay, so every month ending, we should not go and do the manual calculation of rent to, okay, for Capgemini, how many square feet we given for the rent, what is the square feet rate? Okay, HP, how many square feet we given for the rent, what is the rate for that? So we should not do the month ending everyday calculations because of I given for 100 companies rent. Okay, so here also again, what is the important thing? We'll maintain the database. Okay, for Capgemini, how many square feet we given? Okay, what is the square feet cost and what is the rental agreement to validity period, 5 years or 10 years, and also every year. So if you see market rates is going to increase the prices. Okay, this year, okay, what is the price increment for every year? Even if you see, if you are going to take the house for the rent, so we are going to take the rental agreement from the owner. In that rental agreement, they are going to mention all the terms and conditions, whether it is 1 BHK room or 2 BHK, and how much advance we paid, and what is the conditions if you want to vacate the room. You have to inform 1 month or 2 months before that. If you not inform, then they are going to deduct some money from your advance. And what is the price increment for the next year? All these things we are going to specify one small house rent. You can imagine about one big organization, they have big IT parks, okay, and also it is commercial buildings, okay. They will go by square feet basis. What is the rent? Not based on the 1 BHK, 2 BHK, like this. If you see any commercial building, they will go ahead with the square feet basis. What is the rent? And also other things. What is the maintenance cost? If you see big apartments, they are going to charge additionally rent to maintenance cost, right? Maintenance charges, car parking, okay, security, swimming, some playing ground is there, lift, all those things they are going to charge maintenance. Okay, so this is a very important module in the real estate part 2. We no need to learn all those things. Even I have some idea one of the project I work, but I did not work end to end. So because of I have some idea about this. Okay, like there are so many modules is there in SAP and bank applications. Okay, anyway, here also we have, and our finance module we have the banks. Okay, see if you enable again expand the financial accounting, we can able to see our sub modules: general ledger accounting, account receivable, accounts payable, banks, fixed assets, and any travel management of tool if you want to use. Means, so big organization, they have hundreds of thousands of employees, marketing people, sales people, they are keep on traveling to different locations, and whatever travel tickets they are going to book, cab or something, okay, so they have to send to finance department and they have to get the money reimbursement, right? Then thousands of people every day they are traveling, they are going to send the invoice copies, or they are going to submit to manual. It is very difficult to book these entries in finance module. Okay, someone will sit and they need to enter the all bills, right? But big companies, what they will do, they can implement the travel management. It is like one kind of application. In that application, so employee, whoever traveled, that employee, that person, they can go and enter the bill details, and he will attach your invoice copy. Then what we can do, those details we can capture automatically your accounting. What is the accounting entry? What is the accounting entry? Travel expense.
Expenses and expenses account, traveling account data to customer name, sir.
Customer or vendor? Or employee name?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Vendor,
So
vendor.
big companies, they will create, okay, travel expense is debit and credit as a employee name. Okay, or else directly we can mention as a credit as a cash or bank. Okay, every procedure is there, cycle is there. Okay, don't tell simply one accounting entry, expense debit, cash credit. Okay, some companies, small companies, they will follow like this. Just small expenses, right? Straight away they will post the accounting entry, travel expense debit, credit as a cash. Okay, but when you go to big companies, see, employee somewhere is traveling, he is going to submit the bill. How I can pay the cash? Okay, first, whenever he is going to submit the bill, it is going to post system one accounting entry, travel expense debit, credit as a employee payable. Okay, we need to pay to employee, right? Then we can make a payment. The first entry will be travel expense debit, employee payable. The second entry will be clearing, payment clearing. Whether you are going to pay the cash or bank, that is second step. Like that, every process, some procedure is there, end-to-end cycles is there. That is called as a business accounting. Okay. So general entries, it is called as a our education accounting. Golden rules, always we are going to think golden rule, what it is applicable. Okay, so golden rules, it will help some extension. What is debit, what is credit? Then after that, how these golden rules we can apply for your day-to-day business operations. Okay, is it possible every time to make a cash payment? Okay, like that we have to think and we have to provide the solution. Means we have to learn the business accounting. Okay, and what I'm trying to say here, okay, I want to create the one material code, right? So this material is part of logistics module. You can go to logistics module. See, just now I mentioned, right? What are the modules we have under logistics? We have material management, sales and distribution, logistics execution, production process, plant maintenance, customer service, quality management. There are so many modules is there. Okay. And if you go by material management, see how the path is very easy. Okay. First, you know concept, which object, which activity you want to perform in the system, whether it is finance object or logistics object, under logistics object, whether it is material management or SD. If you know the concept, then we can remember, we can easily understand which is the logical path, which is the relevant path. Okay. Don't blindly try to by heart the T codes, by heart the paths. First clear with concept, then automatically when you go to system, you can able to identify what is your relevant path. Okay, even if you go to interview also, no one is going to ask these T codes paths. Our target area is concept, knowledge, how to explain. Okay, these T codes and paths are other secondary priority. If you go to some institute, they are going to tell, okay, I want to perform this activity, just they will tell T code and path, go and do complete that activity. Why we are going to do this activity, they are not going to explain detail. Okay, if you learn like this, so it is very difficult to get the jobs. So go by material management. So see, under material management, what are the activities is there? If you compare, if you remember yesterday we discussed theoretically some of the steps. Purchasing, we are going to do purchase activity, and inventory, goods receipt. To remember our steps, what we discussed yesterday, what I told. Okay, with reference to this material vendor, we'll go on to create the purchase order, means procurement, purchase activity. So this is the relevant path. And after that, we are going to receive the stocks. We are going to perform in our system goods receipt entry or stock entry. This comes under inventory management. Okay, or physical inventory. Then after goods receipt, what I told, we are going to perform the invoicing. See, in SAP also, we have the option logistics invoice verification. Okay. See, if you know the yesterday's concept, at least if we have some idea, 50% idea what we discussed, what are the step-by-steps we need to perform. Then when you go to system, we can understand or not these relevant paths. Here it is showing around 7 to 10 paths. So is it possible to identify what is your relevant path or not? Okay. So like that day to day, if you try to improve your subject, then it is very easy to identify which is the relevant path. And T codes, it is depends on person to person. Some people, they have more memory power, so easily they can able to remember more T codes. Some people easily they can tell the so many mobile numbers. Some people they cannot tell. Okay, so don't think that way. So T codes, if possible, try to remember. It is going to help to fast access. To perform that activity very fast, it will help. Okay, otherwise, okay, you can depend on the paths. Okay, so in SAP, thousands of T codes is very difficult. Even 100 or 200 maximum, we can able to remember. Okay, more than that, it is very difficult for everyone. Don't waste time much. Don't struggle to remember the T codes. Okay, and purchase. And before going to purchase or stock entry or invoice verification, what I told, we need to create a ledger account. See here, we have the option master data. Go to master data, and here different master data is there. Which master we are going to create, which ledger account we are going to create, material. Okay. And also something is there here, special or general. Okay. Even though real time, when you go to project, this is not our job, but part of course we are going to learn end-to-end cycle. Okay, end of the course, we have to classify our roles and responsibilities, especially in integration part. Especially in integration part, we have to classify what is our finance roles, what is roles. Okay, but better to have the good idea, even role. Like put in mute. Lot of background noise is coming. Okay. Anyway, part of course we will learn all those things. First we have to learn all the concepts, then we have to bifurcate. So which is our role, and we should clear with our role first. Then other roles, if you have the good idea, okay, it is better. So here we can create MM01. Okay, here we are going to create the material. So here we can give our own identification material code. Okay, so I'm going to put one code, material code, just for easy identification. I'm going to start the code RM, means raw material, and which type of industry means which industry you are working. So chemical industry or engineering industry, food and related means some trading business, pharmaceuticals, like different industry we can select. So I'm going to select mechanical engineer, and here we are going to select the type, whether it is raw material or semi-finished goods, finished goods, or any trading business. Okay, these are the types. So later I will explain. We can create our own material type also, where we can create all those things. Later I will explain. So here I will choose one material type I created for senior batch. Okay, so I created one. Okay, so I'm going to create one material code for us for testing. Okay, and which type of industry and which type of material you're going to create. So we have to select. There are so many options is there, depends on the material. We are going to choose the material. For raw materials, we are going to choose purchase related options. For finished goods, we are going to select the sales related. See, clearly mentioned the which are the options we are going to choose. Okay, don't worry about all those things. Later we'll see. We'll focus. Basic. I'm going to select purchasing. And yesterday I told, right, when you are going to create the purchase order, so if you want to mention detailed terms and condition, so here we can enter order text, or else some materials default to conditions. If you want to pick, then we can maintain default conditions. Okay, so we will select plant to data, storage data. Means when you are creating the material, we have to tell the system which plant we are going to create this material and which stores we are going to keep this material. Okay, and important thing is whatever procurement activities is going to perform by the MMT. Then finally, if we have any financial impact, that impact we have to take to accounting. Okay, that accounting what we are looking here, automation. That is our more objective of this integration. Okay, so this is the important tab for us. Okay, where we are going to map our accounting objects. And similarly, we have another module, costing, controlling. So these tabs we can use for the costing related. These two we can use for the accounting related. Okay, continue. So I created XYZ1 plant and some raw material storage location RM1. Okay, continue.
So
And
why
here-
we have two option there?
Sorry.
Like we have two option, right, sir? There, like accounting one, accounting two, warehouse one, warehouse two, cost one, cost two.
Some specific data we are going to specify. Minimum data it is going to store in the accounting one. See if any more information is there. See here, if you observe basic data one, basic data two is there. Suppose if this tab is not sufficient to maintain all your relevant information, then you can go to another tab. Means like page one, page two, right? If phase one is not sufficient to mention all the information, what we can do? In Word or Excel, we can go to page two, right?
No.
So like that.
Yeah.
So if there is more information is there, we can go on to specify into the another page. And also backend is some of the authorizations also we can specify based on the tab. Okay. So this tab only should able to access some so and so person. Should not access all the tabs like that authorization. Even first two demonstration I explained. Okay. Suppose accounting tab is there. It is more important. Some of the key information we are going to specify finance related. Suppose people not aware much. Simply if they go on to do some changes in that accounting tab, then it is going to impact my finance. In this case, if you want to bring any authorizations, we can bring. Okay, like that SAP is classified the data. Okay. So I'm going to create one test to iron material. Okay. So assume that I'm going to do the some Tata Motors cars manufacturing. So for that I'm going to buy for that iron materials, glass materials, okay, some electrical materials like that. So I'm going to create one material code for that. And here we have to tell the system what is the unit of measurement, means whether you are going to measure this material kgs basis or tons basis or bags basis, liters basis. Okay, different unit of measures is there. See, these are the unit square inches, square feet. Suppose just I told real estate module is there. So real estate module, they are going to use the square feet. Even some of the materials when you are going to buy and sell based on the square feet length, we are going to fix the rates, right? Okay. Suppose some rope kind of things we are going to buy, then they are going to tell the meter wise this is the cost. Okay. But you don't need to worry much. This is all part. See, bags, barrels. So where you can see this oil industries. Barrels. And where you can use these minutes. Some service industries. Hours basis we are going to bill. Days basis we are going to bill to client, right? Hours basis we are going to charge the billing, right? Those cases we can use the minutes kind of things. Just I will specify here some kgs, okay, timing. Kgs is there, option, tons is there, okay, square feet, grams, where you can see these grams or something in gold business. Where is the kgs? Okay, I'm going to put kgs or tons we can put. And material grouping, whether this material belongs to which type of group, steels or something we can specify, metal, okay, something is there, engineering, pumps related, so okay. And suppose we are going to suppose ABC client, they are going to migrate to SAP. Before coming to SAP, they use some tally system or some other ERP system, right? So in that system also assume that they have the inventory management module. They create some their own identification of material codes or something. Sometimes what is happening? One company is going to acquire by another company. Assume that whatever company I'm going to acquire, that company is using already SAP. So they followed the material code, all this concept. Then those all materials I have to migrate to my system, right? When I go to migrate to my system, so this is the new system code I'm going to create as per my convent. So previously, other company, they created their own ERP, their own identification code. So if you want to bring that code as a reference here, we can mention the old material number here. Okay, means your previous system reference number we can enter here. So like that, there are so many options is there here. Weight to cost set is there, gross weight, net weight. Anyway, integration will discuss all those things in detail. First, we will try to run the one end-to-end cycle to understand the flow. Okay. Here, purchasing group. Okay, go to plant storage data. Here, one important field is there. I think it is related to costing module. Yesterday I told, right? If business want to track the plant-wise cost, plant-wise revenue, plant-wise profitability, so it is going to help some cost objects, CO module. So this is profit center is related to controlling module. So it is going to help to capture the plant-wise revenue and as well as profitability. And also, if I want to know the finance side, what is the profit center-wise stock value, it is going to help. This is important for us, finance related. And more important is accounting one tab. Here, we are going to map our finance object. I will tell that once you complete the end-to-end cycle. So here I'm going to map one object code. How this object code is going to help for our automatic accounting, I will tell. So I'm going to specify RM1. Means under raw material category, I have steel or iron materials. I have cement material. I have electrical. I have glass. Okay. I'm going to select the steel. Okay. And also, if you know what is the material price as per market standards, we can maintain here. Okay. If you don't know the material, so I don't know from which vendor I'm going to buy, what is the price of this material. Initial stage, we can leave it blank. Later, we can see the how system is going to update the price. Okay, I'm not going to specify any price. So whenever I'm going to buy this material, I come to know ABC vendor how much rate is giving, XYZ vendor what rate is giving. That rate too, it will come and update it automatically. And also we can see what is the stock quantity, what is the stock value. As of now, all these are blank. We'll see once you run the end-to-end one cycle, we'll see how system is going to update the stock quantity, stock value here. Okay, I'm going to save it. So we got the message material created. Got the message material has been created. So we'll continue till 9:30. So then only we can able to complete one cycle. So there is no problem, right? Anyone? So we started very late today's session. Okay, we'll continue till 9:30 or 9:45. You can able to run the one end-to-end cycle. Is it fine for everyone?
No issues, no issues.
Okay. So now I created one material code here. Okay. I will come back second cycle, how to create multiple materials, how to create the order, all those things we'll see. Then step 2, I'm going to create the vendor master, vendor code. So for creation of vendor, the transaction code is FK01. Sorry, XK01. Okay, so here we are going to create one vendor. So I want to create some ABC vendor or XYZ vendor. So system is going to generate one code for that. Similarly, you can create XYZ vendor also. But while creating the vendor master data, we have to specify so much key information about vendor. Okay, so vendor address is more important. vendor communication details is more important. Vendor bank details is more important. Okay, because of if I want to do the transfer payment. So last session we discussed, right? Automatic payment I want to do. In that payment, we have different mode of payment. Check payment is there, transfer payment is there. If it is check payment, manually we can print the check and we can send the courier to your vendor. Then if I want to send the courier to my vendor, how we can tell how we can send the courier? We require address, right? Vendor address. And where you can get the vendor address? Is it possible to write the address in vendor that courier copy? Manually, is it possible to write the address? Today I'm going to make a 10 payments or 20 payments. I want to courier read this details, courier check details, check to my vendor. Is it possible to write manually address? Even if I want to write manually, somewhere I have to go and refer the address, right? Vendor address. I have to go and refer the somewhere address. Then I have to start the manual writing of the address. It is very difficult. Okay. So if I want to do the automation, other best example. Suppose if you see sometimes banker is going to send some information to you through courier. In that courier copy, we can see the open envelope cover. One box is there. In that box, we can see the address. That address is written by manually or it is printed automatically. It is printed address or manually written?
It's printed address.
Okay. How that address they are going to print? They maintain database, right? When you are going to open the bank account, they maintain your address details. What is your name? What is your father name? What is the house number? All those things. Then this database is helping, right? When they are going to send any communication to you through courier. This is best example, right? To understand how the database is going to help for further your business operations. Okay. Similarly, tomorrow, if I want to take the check print, if I want to send this check to courier to my vendor, so I'm not going to do manually. I can take these address details from my vendor master. Then if you want to bring this, if you want to take this address, you have to maintain properly your address details or not. This is two ways it will help. One is it is legal information about your vendor, where the vendor is registered. Second thing, it is going to help you for your business operation, this address. So like that, we have to think, okay, tomorrow someone is going to ask, okay, tell me in vendor master data, what is the use of vendor master data? Should be able to tell this is, okay, these are the key information you are going to store. This key information, it is for some of the data for legal reporting, legal information, some of the data for your day-to-day operations, it will help, how it will help, which are the cases it will help. Should be able to explore at least 5-4 options. Okay, master data creation means it is not one T code. Okay, don't learn like as it is. If you know the T code, okay, I know vendor master creation. Okay, if you know the all key information, what are the key information you are going to specify, why you are going to specify, how it is going to help for all your business operations, you should be able to tell. Bank details and some finance related. So we are going to specify payment terms. And also another important thing is we understand vendor is the subledger, right? Vendor customer asset is the subledger, and all the subledger balance we need to map to your main ledger balance. So then what we will do, while posting the entry, we are not going to enter every time your main ledger. While creating the vendor itself, we are going to tell the system what is the main ledger for this vendor. Okay, like this I have 100 vendors. All these 100 vendors, while creating the master data, I will maintain your for vendor sundry creditor GL. So here we are going to specify sundry creditors GL. And whatever agreement we have this vendor, 30 days payment terms or 60 days payment terms. Okay, and for automation process, automatic payment, I told theoretically. So when I'm going to run the automatic payment, business have the priority. Some of the payments they want to go with the check payment. Some of the payments they want to go with the transfer. Some of the payments they want to go for foreign transfer. So for that, how system will identify when I'm running the payment, I'm going to select to payment method check. Now how system will identify which are the vendors should go payment check. I have 100 vendors or 1000 vendors. System should classify the check vendors, transfer vendors, right? So this is going to help here to specify the payment method in the master. Okay. And similarly, I have multiple bank accounts. Okay. So whenever I'm going to make a check payment, I want to go with SBI. So here we can tell the our house bank details. Means our internal bank. This is your beneficiary bank details. Nothing but vendor bank details. Okay. This information about your vendor address, communication, vendor bank details, and also another column we can use your vendor JC registration, PAN registration, all those things, legal data. And this is more about our finance. Okay. And similarly, ABC XYZ vendor also we need to maintain the address details, we need to maintain the communication details, we need to maintain the vendor bank details, and also XYZ vendor also it is subledger. So this subledger should map with your main ledger is integrator. And with this vendor also we have the payment terms agreement, whether it is 30 days, 60 days, and which mode of payment you are going to do for this vendor, whether it is check or and which bank you want to do the payments. Okay, so we'll go to create one or two vendors and we'll specify the key data. So where you can create, so transaction code is XK01 and the path is it is available our finance module. So accounts payable. Here also we have the option master records. So here we have the option maintain centrally. Only finance side if you want to use, we can use this FK01. And if you want to use both to finance side, side, then we can use this central. Okay. So here we have to tell what is our company. So I have one test company XYZ, purchase organization XYZ, and I have one group. Okay, I'm going to create one vendor. So here we can tell your vendor whether it is company or individual. Okay, or Mr. or Mrs. You can specify company. Just ABC Private Limited. And short term, I'm going to maintain ABC, and it is HSR layout. Okay, so detailed address if you want, you can maintain HSR layout to teachers colony or HSR layout sector 1, sector 2. This is very important data. It is legal data. So audit people, when they come to audit, verify the system, they come to know, right, whether this vendor is legal vendor or not. How they can identify if they have proper address. Okay, if you go to Google it also, we come to know, right, whether this vendor having this physical address or not. Okay. So legally, whatever registration address having your vendor, so we have to specify that and which country and which region. I think what state. Suppose if it is India, so we can able to see the list of state codes available in India. Whether it is Karnataka, Andhra, Hyderabad, Chennai, state code. Okay, this is the address. You can maintain sector 11 or 12, and bottom we can mention the communication details. Okay. Here we can maintain like telephone number, mobile number, fax number, and email address of your vendor. Okay. So I'm going to maintain some accounts @abc.com. Okay. Then Next tab, we can maintain your vendor legal data. So here we can maintain your ABC vendor GST number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ABC. Just I'm giving some test to GST number. Okay. And before GST, India recently it is implemented GST. Before GST India, we have the VAT. We can maintain VAT registration number. Okay. If you see your old applications, we are not able to see this field. Latest version of SAP application, we can see this field. Okay. If anyone having, I think 1 or 2 guys, they called me and they told that we have already SAP application. Maybe your old application, this field is not available. Okay.
So in tax number, we have two options, right? So the tax number and tax number. So what is the difference for it?
That is SAP is given depends on the countries. Okay.
Okay.
India, it is tax number 5 newly introduced field.
Okay.
Earlier, this field is not available, so they given specific field for specific countries.
Okay.
Okay. See here, one tab is there. This is CIN details. Means country India details. This is most important for India people only. Okay, depends on the countries also. Some specific options is there in the master. And here we have to tell, okay, your vendor bank details. So on that vendor is domestic vendor. Then my vendor bank details is country is India. Then assume that vendor having the city bank. Bank is nothing but IFSC code, and the bank account number is 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Then account holder name ABC. Just I'm going to put some name. Continue. So here I told our finance data. So finance data, so here we are going to map our GL account. See, this field is, if you observe, there are so many fields is there in the screen, but some of the fields it is specified as a tick mark. Tick mark means it is indicator, it is mandatory field. If you see when you go to you want to open the Google account or something, any account you want to open. Okay, any application, if you see some of the options is mandatory, some of the options is optional. Okay, for indicate to mandatory, so some other identification we can see. If you try to open the Google account, if you go to that application, so some of the fields is mandatory. We can see the star mark. Star means that field is mandatory, right? So if you don't have the star means it is normal optional field, whether we can enter or not, we can continue. Similarly in SAP also, we can see what are the fields is mandatory. It is showing as a tick mark. Okay, without entering this information, if you try to go ahead further, system will throw the error. What is it is throwing error? Fill in all required entry fields. And also system is going to stop the cursor, the specific required field. See, I'm going to keep the cursor here. If I enter, automatically system is taking to you in this required field. This is also one indicator which is the required field, how to understand the screen. So here we can go on to map your GL account. So here we can create only one GL account or multiple GL account. That is up to business wish. If business want to create only one GL account for sundry creditors, we can create, or else business want to create separate to GL account. Nowadays, what I told, sundry creditors name we are using as a trade payable. If business want to separate to GL account for domestic trade payables, I can create one ledger account. Foreign trade payable, I want separate GL account. Intercompany means within the group company, so some purchases and sales we are going to do. Then that is called as the intercompany payables. And just now I told employee payables. Okay, my employee is going to travel somewhere, he is going to book some cab or something, hotels, food. They are going to submit the bills. Then the initial entry will be whatever expense he is going to submit. Suppose he is going to submit the food bills. Food bills, food expense is debit. Credit what? My employee payables. Okay. Then after that, we are going to make a payment. So maybe payment, it can be same day we can do, or else some companies, if you see, So they are going to book the all employee bills, day to day, whatever bills they are going to submit. All together, they are going to clear the bills month ending. Okay. So if you can check with something you have to learn from outside market. Maybe your friends or relatives, someone is working in marketing department. You can ask. Okay. So now every marketing people, they are getting this kind of additional allowances. Okay, you can ask them how your company is paying this additional apartment salary. You can learn like this so many things market. Okay, so you have to explore your knowledge, not only cost. Okay, there are so many other things day to day people try to learn with others. Your working employee, try to interact with them, something you try to get the information from them. Okay, select that. Okay, sorry, I want to select it is domestic trade payable. And here I told you some high level reporting purpose, management want to see some bank balance, all those things. So these kind of things it will help. Maybe some people are aware, right? Cash flow reports, funds flow reports. Cash flow statements, fund flow statement. Maybe our part of our education
Yes, sir.
also we heard this word, but it is more important for management. Okay, they want to know what is cash inflow, cash outflow. Suppose you are booking today vendor invoice. What is this, cash inflow or cash outflow? Today we are going to book the vendor invoice. With this vendor I have 30 days payment terms.
Outflow.
So as per my payment terms, this is cash outflow in future.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Cash outflow.
Like that, management want to see what is my future outflow cash. Similarly, I'm going to do the day-to-day customer sales. What is this? Customer sales is my cash inflow in future. Like that, management want to know. So next to 1 month or next to 2 months, next to 3 months, what is my cash outflow? Means what is my payables, and as well as what is my receivables. Okay, then I come to know this period of time how much I need to pay, how much I need to receive. Suppose 5 crores is the payables, 10 crores is the receivables. Then I come to know, okay, the next 3 months I can get the 5 lakhs surplus budget. Okay, what I can do with this budget? Suppose as individual you are getting the salary every month. Okay, you have 50,000 salary and you have per month 30,000 is the expenses. Then what we can do, we can project, right, something. Okay, next 3 months, how much is my savings? With this savings, what I can do? Okay, assume that I have end of this financial year, I have 5 lakhs money. Okay, with this 5 lakhs money, what we can do? Something we can plan for some investment, right? As individuals, we are trying to buy some land. We are trying to buy we can start the house construction, and we are planning to buy the car. Okay, so by end of this year, I have 5 lakhs savings. Okay, we require another 5 lakhs or 10 lakhs budget. What we can do? I need further budget. I have some savings and more money is required. I am planning to buy some land. I'm planning to buy car. I'm planning to buy something. I want to plan to buy construct my home. What we can do? We'll wait for another 2-3 years until you have the money savings to 15 lakhs or 20 lakhs, or we can do something.
We can go for loan.
Can go for the loan, right? Employees, if you ask to any employees, 99% each employee having the personal loan or home loan. 99% employees. Okay, so because of we want to do some investment. Okay, monthly you can pay the money later. So if you want to wait for until you get the money 20 lakh savings, it will take 5 years or 10 years time. I don't know those time. How much is the land cost? How much is the building cost? Okay, some areas land cost is day to day is increasing. So we are planning, we are going to take the loan. Okay, we are paying the interest also, but compared to that interest money, the land cost is increasing more. Nowadays, everyone aware of all these things, right? We are seeing the news. This area land cost, real estate is increasing. This area it is down. Every day, for that, you people try to explore your business knowledge by seeing the news, by seeing the newspaper. Okay, interact with the seniors, interact with some experienced people. Okay, so few things, general things we have to learn day-to-day basis, not part of course. Part of course, when I'm going to discuss also, we should able to recollect, okay, I seen this kind of situations or somewhere. Okay. So similarly, business also, management, what they are thinking. So today I have bank balance 10 crores. Okay. If I want to do something planning in future, next year I want to plan some starting new plant construction, or I want to start new business. Okay, it can be same India, or maybe so right now I have business in India. I'm planning, I want to start business in UK or US. Okay, then I have to plan today onwards. If I want to plan, I have to have the projection, right? What is my future payments? What is my future receivables? And what is my future purchases, future sales also we have to forecast. Okay, if you're able to do next 3 months, 6 months, good sales, then automatically your receivables will increase, right? Okay, we have to plan for the future sales. We have to plan for the future receivables. Similarly, you have to consider your future purchases, future payables also. Then only we come to know what is your net balance. Okay, these kind of cash flow reports, it is going to help this cash management group. Here one option is there. So I have vendors. So this vendors payables I can classify into cash outflow, whether it is foreign payment, domestic payment, okay, or tax payment. Tax payment also, it is one of the month-ending activity, right? Not only vendors payables, the tax payment also, it is part of your cash outflow. Okay, like we have to tell the system the key fields. This is going to help this key field for your reporting. Okay, this is going to help to front end is subledger vendor, ABC vendor. We are going to do the procurement activities. We are going to do the payment activities. But back end, I want to update this balance into my GL. Okay, then so we have to specify for this vendor what is your payment terms. We can create our own payment terms, whether it is 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, or immediate payment terms. Some vendors we are going to do the immediate payment. Suppose you are going to take some transport services. Okay, generally most of the cases transport service will pay the immediate, right? Okay, some of the cases immediate, some small service we are going to take from individuals, then we are going to pay. Labor service we are going to take daily payments. Okay, similarly some transportation you are going to use daily basis, daily payments. And big vendors, big customers, we are going to do the long-term business. Okay, we'll go for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days payment terms. So for that, we have to choose here whatever agreement we have with this vendor. So here I created my own. So always we can do one thing. When you are going to create our own object code, better to start with the Z series. Okay. SAP standard, so many examples is there. Okay, these all are the different series it is created. So what we can do whenever you are going to implement the project for your client. So first we will discuss with your business. Okay, what are the payments they are going to use, and any cash discounts is applicable, all those things. And also I told any installment payment terms is there. All together we will gather the information, is requirement, then we'll start. Okay, so I'm going to specify 30 days payment terms. And here we have one more important field, double invoice check. Okay, by mistake, if you are trying to book the same invoice twice, okay, system should throw the error. Because of users, sometimes they can do the mistake, right? They enter the bill, okay, then after that they went for coffee or tea, lunch, they come back, again by mistake they are trying to enter that bill same. Or else today I book this invoice, tomorrow again vendor is sending the same bill, duplicate bill. Okay, and we are trying to book. So we should have the system control. Okay, so what is the advantage of SAP? It is controlled system and also it is more automated system. Okay, this kind of features we want to see in the system. And I told you, so Suppose ABC vendor, always I want to make a check payment. Then here I can specify the mode of payment here. I think we will see any payment modes is available. No. Backend we have to do some configuration. Okay, and also we can tell our bank here. Initially I mentioned vendor bank details. Here I have to specify my bank details. I have 2-3 bank accounts. From which bank I want to transfer the funds. I have to tell the system. Or which bank I want to take the check printing. Okay. So then we can save. So system is going to generate one vendor code. Any system, so they are going to follow the one numbering. So that number will get to, suppose you are going to open the bank account. So if you go to bank, so is it possible to get whatever bank account number you want? I want some fancy number, all ones, all twos, or all six, all nines. Is it possible to get the bank account number, fancy number? Your bank manager, your relative, or your brother, or your friend. Is it possible to get the bank account number, some fancy number? No, right? Because of banking system is designed one numbering. Okay, they will follow that numbering. If you see the HDFC Bank, they are going to follow the one unique number series. ICICI Bank, they are going to follow their own another unique number series. SBI, they are going to follow their own numbering. Similarly, here I can configure the numbering for my vendors. Then automatically system will generate one number. Okay, so system is generated one number 11020. So now I can use this number for my purchase activities. So we'll create one more vendor similarly quickly. S2 ABC Private Limited I will create. Sorry, XYZ. So such term I will maintain XYZ, and this is also the BTM layout. Bangalore only, country, region, and some telephone number, mobile number, fax number, and the email ID, accounts @xyz.com. Company's email ID is always it is there with the start end with the company name and .com, right? And what is the GST number for this? Okay, GST 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, XYZ. Some text to GST number I am giving. And in that this vendor having the UTA bank. Okay, assume that this is the bank account number. XYZ account. And if this master is not maintained in your system, it will ask bank name, bank address. Okay, so what is UTA? Axis Bank, right? Old name of UTA. Sorry, Axis Bank old name is UTA Bank, right? Anyone aware this? Anyone having Axis Bank account? IFSC code or bank key still it is having the UTA, Axis Bank. And here another vendor I'm going to create. So this is subledger. So what is the main ledger we have to map? Your sundry creditors GL account. Okay, I'm going to use the cash management group. Assume that this vendor I have the agreement with the 30 days. I think not yet configured 60 days payment terms. So I created two vendor codes. What is the vendor code system is generated now? 112020 112021. These are the code system is generated. Okay. reference this code, then I will go for the create purchase order. So here what I have to specify, which vendor I am going to give the order. So Sundar, out of these vendors, I am going to raise the purchase order for this vendor. First, before that, what I can do, we can go for the inquiry. ABC vendor, XYZ vendor, all vendors will go for the inquiry, this product, whether it is available or not. Okay, if it is available, so how much rate they can give, means we can ask the quotation. Okay, so we are going to evaluate that quotation, then we are going to decide which vendor is the better. Assume that I got the quotation from both vendors, so ABC vendor is giving the best price. Okay, then I'm going to decide, okay, we'll raise the purchase order to this vendor. So next step, we'll go for the purchase order creation. So T code is ME21N. Okay. So directly I will use the T codes. Okay. ME21N, the transaction for code for creation of purchase order. Okay. So here we are going to select your vendor. Just now we created one vendor. Oh, sorry. That vendor we have to do some additional activity. Okay, wait. Actually, I created only finance level. We will go to same T code XK01. Actually, finance level I maintained the data, so I missed out this purchasing level. But real time, this purchasing level data will take care by the MM people. So forgot to maintain that. The same vendor, I'm going to extend now. I want to maintain the purchasing information. Already exist. Okay. Here something we have to specify if I missed out. So suppose if it is domestic vendor, so what we can tell the system, always my order currency will be INR, right? If this vendor is foreign vendor, suppose US vendor, then what we can specify here, order currency. Which currency will give the order? USD currency will give or INR? Will give the order
USD.
to USD. So like that, we have to specify some purchase related information. And also we are going to tell the system one control here. Okay, always system should allow GR based invoice. GR based invoice means first we have to perform the goods receipt entry, then only system will allow for the invoice. Okay, before stock entry, system should not allow for the invoice. So system should have the cycle flow. See, today I'm going to raise the purchase order. What is my next activity? First I have to receive the stocks. Then only I want to perform the invoice. If you don't have the control, by mistake someone is trying to book the directly invoice, but physically we not yet receive the stocks. Okay, that is not correct way. Then if someone is trying to do like this also, system should have the control. For that, what we can do, we can activate this checkbox. Always system should verify whether this purchase order received the stocks or not. Okay, then only should allow for the invoicing. Like some controls we have to specify. Okay, now I can use this vendor. Similarly, other vendor also I will do. Order currency, 30 days payment terms, and GR based invoicing. Now I can use this vendor for the procurement activities. So I will go directly T code. Okay, here we have to specify the vendor. What is the vendor? I am going to raise the order for ABC vendor. So I can go and raise the order today. Or else assume that. So I raised this order some few days back. Okay, assume that few days back we raised this order and we are going to tell the vendor, I want to deliver this product by today. Okay, so that I'm going to take the back date. Okay, when you are going to raise the purchase order, this is the purchase order date, and this is the when we want to deliver this product. So before going to raise the order, we can ask the vendor when they are going to deliver. See, suppose you want to buy the mobile or something laptop, we'll see in the Amazon portal or Flipkart portal, some other portal when they can deliver. Some urgent cases. Okay, so this delivery date is more important. Okay. Enter vendor code into purchase date. Then now system is asking purchase department, purchase organization, who is going to buy. So this all are we can create our own and which legal entity we are going to buy. So assume that this is my XYZ Motors company. Okay, and here we have to specify. Okay, the other things too, there are so many things is there. Yesterday or yesterday someone is asked retention, down payment. So here we can do this all. Okay, if this purchase any retention is applicable, means business want to hold some money. We are receiving some service. Okay, after completion of work, we are not going to pay the full amount to vendor. We want to validate that work. Okay, example, best example I told, some plumbing work is going to do by some contractor. Then first day itself, I don't know, right, whether this all plumbing work is done properly or not, whether all taps working properly, water is coming or not. Okay, water is coming fine, but I want to see the leakages. Internally in wall, they done so many what you can say, giants or something, right? So I want to observe. Okay, when I come to know, maybe after using 1 month, 2 months, 3 months period of time, I come to know. So for that, I will clearly tell to my vendor. Okay, so I will hold some money certain period of time. After evaluate your work, then I am ready to pay the full amount. So that amount they will fix while go to start the work. Means they have the agreement. In that agreement, they will specify. Okay, how much we are going to hold the money. Okay, then that much we are going to hold the money, rest of money we can pay. If possible, we'll see that scenario, but otherwise we will see later part of our course. And also, when you are going to raise the purchase order, some vendors is asking advance. Okay, so already I told you last session somewhere. So procurement team is going to raise the purchase order, but they are not authorized to pay the money. What they are going to do, they are going to give the information to finance team. So I'm going to raise the purchase order to ABC vendor, 1 lakh rupee. They are asking some advance. Okay, I'm going to propose some 40% advance. Okay, whether that 40% is going to approve by your finance team or not, or management or not, it is different case. Okay, when you go for loan apply also. Okay, loan agents, they are going to collect the data, all those things, they are going to apply for the loan. But that loan sanctioning is their manager hands, right? They are going to approve or not reject. They are going to evaluate your profile. Is there any default loans, existing banks and a credit card is pending? They are going to evaluate your loan, all those things. Then they can sanction the budget. Okay. Similarly, finance team is going to decide whether we'll make a advance payment or not. They can propose. Okay, that part we'll see. First, we'll see the general flow end to end, and here we can see the whatever payment terms we have with this vendor. It is coming automatically, and the system is going to tell the number of days any cash discount is applicable. See, this vendor we are going to raise the purchase order for INR currency, so that exchange rate is 1. Suppose if I am going to buy the USD invoice, USD vendor. So I am going to specify here USD currency, and the system should give the exchange rate today rate 75 or 76, 77. Okay. And which material you are going to buy? Just now we created one material code, right? Hello?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
So just I'm going to enter the material code. Okay, it will pick some default data. See the name it is picking automatically. Okay, the item number system is picking automatically, or else you can change item 1. And we have to specify how much quantity we are going to give the order. System don't know, right? How much you want to stocks. So whenever you required 100 quantity or 200 quantity, that particular quantity we have to tell the while raising the purchase order. And whatever date your vendor is agreed. So vendor is agreed 25th, he can able to deliver. Means today date I going to specify. And what is the price? So 1000 rupees he agreed for the payment. And if you see some details, it is picking automatically. This unit of measurement kg, it is coming automatically. From where it is coming? While creating the metal master, we specify, right? Unit of measurement, kgs or bags or kilos, something. And which plant you are going to buy this material, whether it is Bangalore plant or Hyderabad plant. So I'm going to specify one plant here, XYZ1. This is my Bangalore plant. It is coming XYZ Motors Bangalore. And once you purchase this material, where you are going to keep the stocks, storage locations. Okay, whether it is raw material storage location, semi-finished goods or finished goods. Okay, we'll enter the details. And also, while creating the purchase order itself, we can specify the taxes. If any tax is applicable for this material. If you see here, we have the bottom one tab, invoice. In this invoice, we are going to specify what is the tax is applicable. I think earlier one of the demo session, AP session, I shown how to select the tax code while booking the invoice. But now we are seeing the end-to-end cycle, where the procurement process will start. Then finally, it is invoice and payment. So this purchase belongs to 5% GST. Okay, or 12% GST. I can choose accordingly. I'm going to select the X2. Okay. And after GST, the tax rates, it is depends on the some codes given by Government of India, right? HSN code or SAC codes. If you observe, anyone knows that the tax rates is going to decide based on the material product code. The product code is nothing but HSN code. You people go and refer your bills today. Okay, whatever purchases you done last 6 months or 1 year, people go and observe that bills, you come to know some important things. What is the base value of product and what is the tax rate, whether it is GST, if it is GST, whether it is CGST, HGST, what is the percentage. Okay, and also we can see one of the column that HSN code or SAC code. Okay, any purchase bill we can see HSC code or SAC code, and also we can see the GST number of your vendor. Okay, even if you observe some big kirana stores, in front of the kirana stores, we can see the one number plate, GST number. Okay, learn so many things, part of your daily activities. Somewhere you are going to see all these things. Okay, we'll check it. Any issues is there? Nothing is there. What we can do? We can continue. So no issues during the issue check. So I'm going to save the purchase order. So system is going to generate one order number. The system is generated one purchase order number. That is 427, last number. So what I told, whenever you are going to create the purchase order, system will generate one purchase order number. So this is my order number, system is generated. Okay. Then what is next activity? I given the order to my vendor. So vendor is going to supply the goods. So whenever I am receiving the goods, what is the unique reference for my stock entry? My purchase order number as a reference. So I have to enter my purchase order number as a reference, PO number. Okay, see, we'll go to next to T code. Next step is goods receipt. The transaction code is MIGO, goods receipt. Okay. Transaction code is MIGO goods receipt. Okay, so we'll go to directly T code. Okay, this is the transaction, this is the screen, we can book the stock entry. So here just we are going to enter the your purchase order number. What is the order number? Last number is 427, right? Just I'm going to enter that order number. So day to anyway system will pick today days, and we can see automatically whatever materials we given the order, how much quantity we given the order, which vendor we given the order, all information system is going to pick automatically. See, system is picking who is the vendor, ABC vendor, and what is the raw material, and how much we given the quantity, for which plant we given, what is the profit center, what is the storage location. Okay, if you see go to right search, there you can see all the detailed information. Okay, this is your order reference. So everything we can see. Okay, and more details if you want to see vendor, you can see another tab. Here vendor tab is there, you can click on that. You can see what is your vendor code, what is the vendor name, postal code, some address details. And another tab is there. Okay, who created this order or something, it is going to show. And so generally whenever you are going to take the any stocks, so we are going to do the some check, right? Okay, physically we are going to check whether this material is damaged or not, something. Okay, whether we receive the expected quantity or not. We given the order for 100 quantity. So my system is proposing here we can see the details, how much quantity we given the order. Okay, 100 we given, system is proposing the 100 quantity. But in case if you receive any shortage of stocks, so here we can change. Suppose vendor is sending 90 quantity, he is telling that we will deliver another quantity by today end of the day or tomorrow. Okay, whether you want to accept or not, that is up to your wish. Okay, management clearly they will tell while raising the purchase order part of terms and condition, whether you are going to accept the stock or not. Okay, so any adjustment if you want to do, we can do here. And we have to confirm. Okay, we verified this item. So then only if you select this item, okay checkbox, then only system point of view, so you verified this item. Otherwise system don't know. See, if I remove, if I try to save this, system will throw the one error. You have not flagged any items as okay. Means system is telling that maybe you forgot to verify the item. Okay, you have to verify the item, then only it will allow for the, and you can given the some text. Nothing but narration. While doing the accounting, narration is more important, right? So I will tell that. So this narration, it is going to update into our finance also. The stock entry it is going to perform by the procurement team, but backend it is going to update into your finance. Okay, I'm going to save. Then now in your organization, physically some stock is increasing, right? Physically quantity is increasing and also value also increasing, right? Stock value. It will increase or not? Physical stock and physical stock value when you receive the stocks. Hello?
Yes, sir, it will increase.
Then that much you want to take into your finance or not? That impact you want to take into finance or not? You want to increase your finance module stock value or not? Closing stock or opening stock. It is current asset for the organization, right?
Yes, sir.
So system is going to generate one number that is called as a GRN number. Shortcut, we are going to call it as a, this number is GRN. GRN means goods receipt number. Shortcut, we can say GRN. It generated one GRN number, goods receipt number. Okay. And here backend system is going to update to your finance value. Because of physically stock is increased. That much we have to take the impact to your finance. So what is the accounting entry? Yesterday someone told something GRR clearing or something. So here system is going to update backend was stock value. Okay, stock account debit 1 lakh rupee. Then we are going to follow the dual accounting system. What is credit? What is credit?
GRIR account will be credit.
Okay. Here, we should not give your vendor as a credit directly. Okay. There are so many reasons we are not going to give your vendor as a credit directly. One of the reason I will tell later, we will discuss in detail. So sometimes what will happen? We receive the physical stocks. Okay. Suppose you have manufacturing unit across the India, different locations. Okay. Vendor is going to supply the goods to your physical plant. And they are going to send the invoice copy to where? Your corporate office. Right? Generally, all your finance department is sitting in the corporate office. But your manufacturing plants, we have different locations out of the city. Physically, they will deliver the goods into your plant and they are going to send the invoice copy to finance department. So until you receive, sometimes what they will do was just they will deliver the goods, they are going to send the invoice copies later. So like that, there are so many reasons is there. We'll discuss when you go to integration in detail. So while posting the stock entry, we are going to take the impact your inventory account debit 1 lakh because of physically stock is increased in your organization, and we are not going to give credit as a vendor. Here generally we have to give the credit as a vendor, but we are not going to give credit as a vendor because of physically we not yet received the invoice copy from your vendor. Without receiving invoice copy, if you are going to book your accounting means it is illegal accounting. It is not proper accounting. Okay. So here, since we are using dual accounting system, the corresponding credit entry should post. Okay. So generally you are going to hear one word, suspense account. We are going to use in business, most of the cases, suspense account. If you suppose you got some money from your bank account to directly someone is deposited. Okay. Sometimes we can able to identify by seeing the bank statement, some naming conversion, some person. Okay. Sometimes we are not able to see the proper information in the bank statement. Then what we can treat? Those entry we can book into our accounts as a suspense. Right? Sometimes we are going to book the suspense entries, right? You are working in this experience, whether you are using Tally or Oracle, whatever ERP. So you people are going to hear this word suspense accounts. Similarly, as of now, you can assume this is I'm going to use one suspense account as a credit. Okay, or temporary account as a credit. So instead of using that word suspense account or temporary account, so we are going to use the one naming conversion here, GR, IR, clearing account. As of now, if you are not able to understand what is GR clearing account, so you can assume this is as a one suspense account or temporary account. Okay, until you receive the invoice, until you book the invoice entry, this account you are going to use as a temporary credit. Okay. Even మనకి ఎవరైనా ఫండ్స్ ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ చేసినా కూడా మనకు అకౌంట్లో ఫోన్పే గూగుల్ పే ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ లేకుండా మనం ఏమనుకుంటాం, ఓకే, సో ఎవడో ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ చేశాడని చెప్పేసి మనం క్వశ్చన్ మార్క్ లాగా పెట్టుకుంటాం అది. ఓకే, ఒకటి రెండు ఎంట్రీస్ అంటే ఓకే మైండ్లో పెట్టుకోవచ్చు, బట్ బిజినెస్ కేసులో హ్యూజ్ ఎంట్రీస్ ఉంటాయి కదా, అందుకు మనం సస్పెన్స్ అకౌంట్లో పెట్టుకుంటాం. ఓకే, సో హియర్ system should post this value to backend your accounting. Okay, we are going to take this financial implication into accounting. Okay, so stock debited, GRR clearing account credited. And this entry you want to do manual or you are looking automation? Here some GL account.
Automation.
You want doing this entry manual or automation? First of all, we want to take this impact into our finance because of physically stock value is increased. Okay, but invoice not at received. I want to take this impact into my finance, nothing but accounting. Okay, this is accounting entry we are looking. Then this accounting entry you want to post manually or automation. So in Tally,
Manually.
it is manual activity, right?
Yes.
We are working in Tally, so all people knows this is manual activity. Who are working in SAP platform, if people are aware, this is manual or automation? Anyone working in SAP platform in P2P cycle or O2C?
It's
Ranjivi?
automatic. It's automatic. System
Automatic,
will
right?
post automatic. Yes.
So this entry we are looking automatic. Okay, then only again here the first thing is time saving. Second thing is we can avoid manual mistake. By avoiding the manual mistake, okay, we can avoid month-ending reconciliation. Okay, if it is manual entry, first thing is time tracking activity. Second thing is procurement team somewhere they are sitting, okay, stores, they are going to enter the stock value and that information they are going to pass to finance team. Okay, through mail or something they are going to pass this information. If I am going to do this manual accounting, so again here chances is there to enter the manually amount, it can be more or less. Sometimes chances is there I can enter the amount is more, sometimes chances is there enter the amount is less. Okay, like that you posted monthly some 1,000 entries, and when you are checking the month ending report, okay, in finance module it is showing some balance, some 5 crores or 10 crores, and physically okay, assume that finance module it is showing the some stock value is 5 crores, but whereas MM module physical stock value it is showing some 4 crores 90 lakhs. Okay, or else 4.9 or else I will take some small value. So that this is 1 crore. Here it is showing some 95 lakhs. Some difference is coming. Then if I want to identify the difference, whether it is finance side is the wrong entry, wrong value, or procurement side is the wrong value. If I want to identify this value, what I need to do? Whatever transactions I posted this month, it can be 100 entries, 1000 entries, all entries we need to do the reconciliation. Right? So we are working tally. Maybe you people are facing this kind of challenges sometimes, right? Anyone worked in tally? Have you seen this kind of challenges in tally? Because of the wrong entry, or else, okay, we receive the stocks and the stores team, they send the information to finance team. Okay, these are the stock we received. Okay, we need to perform the invoicing. Maybe one of the entry you missed out. Chances is there or not? One of the entry you missed out, or one of the entry you booked twice. These all are possible chances, right? Mistakes. Then these are the cases when you see the month ending, we'll get the some balance difference. Then if you want to identify this balance, we have to do the all entries reconciliation. We have to download the finance report, we have to download the stock reports, and we have to do some Excel VLOOKUP or something. Okay, some unique reference number wise or amount wise, vendor wise, we have to do the some reconciliation. Then only we can able to identify. Manually it is very difficult. 1 by 1,000 entries is there. Very difficult to go by manual. So some again advanced Excels we have to use and we have to do. So this is a big exercise. So whereas SAP, these all are automatic entries. Okay. So whatever value they entered 1 lakh rupees stock. In my finance, it is going to update the 1 lakh. If they entered 1 lakh 1 rupee, okay, any 1 rupee they entered extra, that much it is going to update into finance. If they entered some 1 rupee less, it is going to update the same value. Okay, it is completely based on your stock entry. There is no manual intervention here, finance side. I will show this accounting entry. So front end procurement team, they are going to perform the stock entry. Back end, it is updated to your finance, where you can see the finance entry. Okay, we can go to
FB03.
MB03 or MB03. So this is the stock entry. This is the number system is generated. This is the material document number. It is generated, right? Stock entry. This number. If I go to display this number, it is taking so much time. Is it okay, everyone? Or everyone having any other works?
So okay, you can continue.
We'll try to close another 5 to 10 minutes. So MB03, we can see the display material document. Okay, this entry is posted through procurement team, right? So it is generated material document number. Again, we can go to verify this document. That is called as a display material document. And the back end, we can see the accounting document number. Someone told FB01, FB03, right? Is that? Someone told FB03. This is our accounting document number. Display. Accounting document number. So we'll see what is the number accounting. This is a different number. This is material document number, and back end it will generate one more accounting document number. So here we can see this is the what we received against this purchase order. This material we received 100 quantity, and this stock is plus or minus in our books. Stock is added to your books or it is minus? Here we can see the plus symbol. Okay, by seeing this plus symbol, we come to know whether the stock is added or subtracted. So accounting terminology, debit or credit. Right, we have the indicator side, finance side, debit, credit. Similarly, stock inventory side, it is there plus and minus indicators. Here we can click on the accounting. Now we can see our accounting entry. See, this is the accounting entry. So what is accounting entry? Stock account debit. And also we can tell the system which stock it is, whether it is iron stock or glass or any other material. Whatever stocks we receive, see the stock account debited 1 lakh, and what is credited? I told right, one suspense account will credit. The suspense account we are going to use one terminology, that is GRIR clearing. See, this is the GL accounts. This is our finance GL accounts. Okay, remember this GL accounts. I will tell that where system is picking this. Okay, tomorrow session, first I will tell the logic from where this accounts is picking. Today we'll complete the all steps, and from where this GLs is picking, we'll see. Okay, so this GLs is picking. Then what is the material document number of the finance document number? This is our finance document number. And also I will show from where this system is going to pick this document number. Today I posted one entry, it is picking 5 all zeros 4, right? Tomorrow I will post one more entry. System should pick the, what is the next number? System should get the number, next number is 5. So from where we can get these numbers also I will show. That is our core job. Part of our course, okay, even when you get the job also, the back end work is our core job. This is all front end works. Every business is going to do. Bangalore plant, I have 10 employees. I am going to do this kind of stock entries. Hyderabad also I have 20 employees. They are going to do this stock entries. Mumbai also they have 30 employees. They are going to do these entries. Okay, and back end we configure the system. This all automations. Okay, part of new implementation. And after that, whenever user is going to perform these activities, if they are getting any issues, if they are facing any challenges, again, what is our role? We need to understand whether user is doing any mistakes here, or our backend something we configured, whether this is done wrongly or not. We have to cross check. That is our day-to-day our support job. Okay. Then what is next? Invoice. We receive the stocks. With reference to that, we can go on to perform the invoice entry. So when you are booking the invoice, then taxes come into picture. We got the physical copy of invoice, right? In that invoice copy, we come to know what are the taxes is applicable, what is the rate, and whether it is CGST, HGST, or IGST. Okay, and what is the final vendor payable amount. And yesterday, I told that the stock account is debited. If again book the stock account debit, what will happen? Already we debited stock 1 lakh. While booking the stock, again if you give the stock entry as a debit, then what will happen? The stock will become say double, 2 lakh. Already we received the stock, that much we took a financial update. Okay, that impact we already updated into your finance debit. Now I don't want to give my stock account as a debit. I want to give my vendor as a credit. Okay, I'm going to add my taxes. Okay, and I come to know what is my vendor payable amount. Okay, then here I have debit balance how much? 5,000. Credit balance how much? Debit balance how much? 5,000. Credit balance how much? 1,05,000. So here your total debits credits is not matching. So we are following the dual accounting system. Dual accounting system means all your debits credits should match. Means I want to give 1 lakh as a debit entry. Then which account I have to give the debit?
GRIR.
We should not give the stock because of already stock impact we taken to accounting. Now your suspense account whatever used, the suspense account again will take as a debit. Okay. So what I told, this account we can use as a suspense account or temporary account. When I book the stock entry, this account having the some balance, credit balance. Now when I'm booking the corresponding invoice entry, I'm going to give the debit. Then debit credit, debit to credit 1 lakh, debit 1 lakh. Now what is the balance in this account? What is the balance in this account?
Zero.
This account balance is 0. Why it is 0? It is temporarily used as a suspense, as a clearing account. Okay. So the end result is
Stock account.
what is end result? The stock is debited, tax added, and the vendor is credited. This is our final accounting. But in between, we are following the one process that is temporarily clearing account. Because of various reasons, we are not going to receive the invoice from vendors, and other reasons is there. So I will tell later. So we don't have that much time now. Okay. The other reasons we are going to give is additional accounting, additional step we are going to perform. Okay. This account now is closed. This account balance is 0 now. Okay. So everyone is clear this GRIR clearing account. So
Yes.
why I given the naming conversion also GRIR? Now we can understand. So this is my go entry means shortcut. It is goods receipt entry GR. I given the naming conversion GR. Then what is the corresponding entry we are going to perform? IR, invoice receipt. So I'm going to give the naming conversion also goods receipt and invoice receipt. After that, this account balance should have the balance 0, so that I want to clear this balance. I want to close this account. The naming conversion why given GRIR clearing means okay. So whenever I want to post the stock entry, goods receipt entry, this account going to debit some balance, credit some balance, and when you are going to perform the corresponding invoice, this account is going to debit the balance, and end of this process, this account balance will be 0. Means this account balance should clear. Okay, that is the reason we are going to specify the naming conversion GRIR clearing account. Okay. Then what are the reasons we are booking this? We'll try to understand little later. Okay. Now what we'll do, we'll go on to perform the invoice entry. So the transaction code is MIRO.
MI.
So here the T code is MIRO, invoice receipt. So here also system is going to generate one document number, that is invoice receipt number. Okay. Shortcut we can say IRN number. Okay, quickly we'll complete this step. Okay, so tomorrow session quickly we'll run the one more cycle. We'll try to run the two materials. First, I will explain what is the logic for this accounting entries and where we can go on to check the as of now PO status. Suppose we created on purchase order. For that to purchase order, as of now we received the goods entry. So not yet received invoice entry. What is the status? Just if you want to, I will show. As of now for this purchase order, just we receive the stocks, not yet invoiced. So we should be able to know, right, what is the status of my purchase order. So here we can see the purchase order status. What it is showing? We given the order for material 100 quantity 1 lakh rupee. As of now, what is the delivered quantity? 100. And what is the delivered value? 1 lakh. And anything is pending to deliver? Still to deliver? No. We are given the order 100, we received 100. Tomorrow's session, I will tell that we'll give the two materials order. Assume that we received one material from vendor, another material we not yet received. Like that, we'll do the another testing. Then invoice status as of now 0. For this order, any down payments is there? Advance? No. Okay, like that we are going to check the order status. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to perform the invoice. After invoice, I will come back, I will show how this update, how this column is going to update. Okay, the transaction code is MIRO. I mentioned here. Again here, we are going to perform the invoice with reference to what? Again, your
PO number.
PO number. There are other ways also we can book the invoice. I will tell tomorrow session. Okay, I'm going to give my PO number as a reference. See, in this screen, just what I will do, I can give the date. Here I can enter my PO number as a reference. See, just I enter my PO number as a reference. See, system is going to pick automatically what is the amount, what is the quantity, what is the purchase order number, which item. Okay, tomorrow we'll see item 2 also. We'll give the two materials order and we'll see the how system is going to give the each material wise details. And what is this tax code? Something it is coming. From where it is picking? While creating your purchase order, we given, right, this purchase, this material belongs to 12% GST. For that we selected GST code is X2. X2 means it is 12% GST. 6 and 6, total 12. Okay, and here we can enter some narration. And here also, if you want, you can enter some narration. Okay, so this is your purchase value. In AP also, what I told, we are going to enter the purchase amount to AP process. We are going to enter the purchase amount manually, but in this integration process, we are not going to enter amount or quantity manually. Even vendor is see, we are not going to enter the vendor. See, all vendor it is coming, vendor details. What is the vendor code? From where it is picking that vendor code? It is picking from your purchase order. All the details it is picking. Just we are going to select the calculate taxes. See, on your purchase value 1 lakh, system is going to calculate 12% GST. Then how much it is showing? Vendor payable amount is 1,12,000. Then here we have to enter 1,12,000 is the vendor payable amount. Now the balance is matching, it is coming 0. Debit credit balance is matching, it is coming 0. And here we can see the accounting. Before save the document itself, we can see the accounting. See what is the accounting entry? Your GRIR clearing account is going to debit. How we can say debit? If you don't have any sign after amount, it is debit entry. If any sign is there, sign means negative sign, it is credit. See here, GRIR clearing is debiting how much? 1 lakh. Tax, CGST it is debiting 6,000. Then GST also debiting 6,000. And the final tax amount, final payable amount is vendor 1,12,000. Then we can post this entry. Now what is the value? So it is 6,000. 6,000. 1,12,000. Okay, this is the accounting entry we are looking. See, we are getting and we are trying to save this, but it is taking some time. And also it will generate the one invoice number. It is posted one document. Okay. This is the reference to purchase order. We are going to post the invoice entry. System is going to generate one invoice number. And what is the accounting entry? This is the accounting entry. Okay. Now what is your PO status? Purchase order status? You can see now invoiced quantity, invoiced value. Okay. If everything is fine, then we can close this purchase order. Okay. Okay, we'll continue tomorrow.